Good morning, everyone. Let me ask you a simple question. What is the most powerful force in the world? Is it technology, money, success, innovation? Many people spend their entire lives searching for the answer, but today, I want to tell you that the greatest power isn't found in rockets, artificial intelligence, or billion-dollar companies. It's found in one person who stands beside you, believes in you, and gives your life meaning. The title of my speech is, My Wife, My Love, I Must Tell You. This is not just a love story. It's a story about loyalty, sacrifice, partnership, and the incredible strength that comes from having someone who never stops believing in you. So, for the next few minutes, I invite you to think about the people who have changed your life, not with wealth or fame, but with love. Let's begin. There is something remarkable about the way people measure success. They look at titles, numbers, awards, houses, companies, and accomplishments. They believe greatness is always visible. They think the biggest victories are the ones displayed on stages, written in headlines, or celebrated by millions. But after observing life carefully, I have reached a different conclusion. The most valuable things are often invisible. They cannot be measured by statistics. They cannot be purchased with money. They cannot be copied by competitors. They exist quietly, patiently, and consistently. Among those priceless things is having one person who believes in you even before the world notices your potential. My wife, my love, I must tell you something that many people spend their entire lives trying to understand. Every meaningful journey begins with an idea, but every lasting journey survives because someone refuses to let that idea die. When life becomes uncertain, when plans fail, when confidence disappears, and when tomorrow feels impossible, there is extraordinary strength in hearing just one voice saying, "Keep going, I believe in you." That kind of belief changes everything. People often imagine courage as standing alone. They imagine heroes walking without fear. Reality is very different. Even the strongest minds become tired. Even the most determined hearts experience doubt. Even the people who inspire millions have quiet moments where they question themselves. The difference is not that they never struggle. The difference is that somewhere in their life, there is often someone who reminds them why they started. For me, that reminder is you. Love is rarely loud. It doesn't always arrive with dramatic speeches or unforgettable moments. More often, it arrives in simple conversations after a difficult day. It appears in small acts of kindness that nobody else notices. It exists in patience during seasons when nothing seems to be working. It is found in quiet understanding instead of endless explanations. The world celebrates extraordinary events, but life is built from ordinary moments repeated with extraordinary consistency. Every morning offers two choices. We can move forward with purpose, or we can remain trapped by fear. Fear always speaks first. It says the dream is too difficult. It says the challenge is too great. It says failure is waiting just ahead. But hope has a different voice. Hope whispers instead of shouting. It reminds us that every impossible achievement was once considered unrealistic. The interesting thing about hope is that it grows stronger when shared. When one person believes alone, the dream survives. When two people believe together, the dream begins to grow. That is the hidden power of partnership. Many relationships are built on convenience. They work well when life is comfortable. They remain strong while everything goes according to plan. But true love reveals itself during uncertainty. It reveals itself when plans collapse. It reveals itself when mistakes become expensive. It reveals itself when success disappears for a while. Anyone can celebrate with you after victory. Very few people choose to stay before victory arrives. That decision changes everything. I have learned that real partnership is not about completing another person. It is about strengthening each other so both people become more capable of facing the future. Great relationships are not built because two perfect people meet. They are built because two imperfect people decide that giving up is no longer an option. Every challenge becomes smaller when carried together. Every dream becomes larger when shared together. Every obstacle becomes another lesson instead of another reason to quit. This way of thinking transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary stories. There are moments when silence says more than words. A simple smile after a difficult day. A reassuring glance before an important decision. A hand reaching out without being asked. These moments rarely appear in history books, yet they shape history inside individual lives. Success always has hidden architects. People see the building. Very few notice the foundation. The foundation carries everything. In the same way, love quietly supports ambitions that others eventually admire. People may congratulate achievements without realizing how many nights of encouragement, patience, sacrifice, and understanding made those achievements possible. Behind every meaningful accomplishment, there are invisible contributions. These contributions deserve recognition, not because recognition changes their value. Because gratitude reveals our character. Gratitude is one of the most underestimated forces in human life. It shifts attention away from what is missing and toward what already exists. It reminds us that abundance begins long before wealth arrives. A grateful heart notices opportunities where others notice problems. It discovers possibilities where others discover excuses. When I think about the future, I don't simply imagine bigger goals. I imagine becoming a better human being. Because achievements eventually become memories. Possessions eventually grow old. Even the most impressive accomplishments become part of history. Character remains. Integrity remains. Love remains. These are the investments that never lose value. Time is the only resource that cannot be replaced. Money returns. Opportunities return. Energy returns. Time never returns. That is why choosing where we invest our attention matters so much. Every conversation matters. Every shared meal matters. Every moment spent encouraging someone we love matters. We often believe the biggest decisions define our lives, but more often it is the small, daily decisions repeated consistently that shape our future. A relationship grows stronger one conversation at a time. Trust grows stronger one promise at a time. Respect grows stronger one action at a time. The future grows stronger one decision at a time. Nothing meaningful happens instantly. Nature teaches this lesson constantly. Trees grow quietly. Rivers shape mountains patiently. Stars shine without demanding applause. The strongest forces in existence rarely rush. They simply continue. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson love teaches us. Continue believing, continue growing, continue choosing each other, continue building something that becomes stronger every single day. True success is often misunderstood. People see awards, promotions, wealth, influence, and recognition, and they assume those things define a meaningful life. They believe that reaching the top is the final destination. But after thinking deeply about the lives of people who have truly changed the world, one pattern becomes clear. The greatest achievement is never standing alone at the finish line. The greatest achievement is reaching that moment while still holding the hand of the person who believed in you before anyone else did. My wife, my love, I must tell you something that deserves to be said more often. Every dream asks for a price. Sometimes that price is time. Sometimes it is comfort. Sometimes it is certainty. Every ambitious goal demands long days, difficult decisions, unexpected failures, and moments when giving up seems easier than continuing. During those moments, success is no longer about talent. It becomes about endurance. Endurance becomes possible when there is someone waiting at home who reminds you that your value is greater than your temporary results. A career can define what you do, but love defines who you become. That difference changes everything. The world is filled with people chasing impressive titles, yet many quietly carry empty hearts. They achieved what they wanted but lost what mattered most. Winning every competition means very little if, in the process, you lose the person who celebrated your smallest victories before the world noticed your greatest ones. Life constantly asks us an important question. What are you building? Many people answer with numbers. They speak about income, followers, investments, or accomplishments. Those things certainly have their place, but they are only tools. They are not the destination. The destination is creating a life that still feels meaningful after the applause fades. A successful life is one where the people you love feel valued every single day. Not only after you achieve your biggest goals, love requires intentional effort. Just as a remarkable invention is improved through constant testing, every relationship grows stronger through daily attention. Small conversations matter, listening matters, respect matters, gratitude matters. The strongest marriages are rarely built through dramatic moments. They are built through ordinary days where two people repeatedly choose patience instead of pride, understanding instead of judgment, and partnership instead of competition. There will always be another project to complete, another meeting to attend, another opportunity to chase. The list never ends. But time with the people we love is different. Every shared dinner, every conversation before sleep, every smile after a difficult day becomes part of a story that can never be repeated exactly the same way again. That is why protecting love is not a distraction from success. It is one of the highest forms of success. Many people believe strength means carrying every burden alone. Real strength is knowing when to lean on someone you trust. There is incredible courage in admitting that you need encouragement, wisdom, or simply someone willing to listen without trying to solve every problem. Partnership does not make us weaker. It makes us more capable of facing challenges that would otherwise seem impossible. My wife, your presence has taught me that peace is more valuable than recognition. Confidence grows faster when it is shared. Hope becomes stronger when someone protects it during seasons of doubt. Every time life becomes uncertain, your faith creates stability. Every time obstacles appear larger than expected, your calm reminds me that progress is still possible. Successes should never ask us to sacrifice kindness. It should never require us to abandon compassion. It should never convince us that people matter less than achievements. The most admired individuals are remembered not only because of what they built, but because of how they treated the people closest to them while building it. When we reach the end of our journey, very few people will remember every meeting we attended or every difficult task we completed. But the people we loved will remember whether we made them feel important. They will remember whether we listened, encouraged, forgave, and appreciated them. Those memories become a legacy that no amount of money can replace. That is why true success is not measured only by what stands in front of you. It is measured by who still stands beside you. It is measured by the trust you protected, the promises you honored, the respect you never allowed success to destroy, and the love that remains strong through every changing season of life.